What is going on, guys? Today I want to talk about the Hori Fighting Commander 4. It's a fighting pad that I just picked up to play Street Fighter 5 with. Had a little bit of an issue with the DS4 controllers. They don't really respond. The inputs are a lot harder to do with the DS4 controller. A lot of people like joysticks, to play with joysticks. I personally don't find joysticks comfortable when you're sitting in your living room with a 2-pound laptop on your lap playing. I love arcade games, but you need something more like this. If you're a fighting fan and you don't want to spend $250 on joystick, this control was made to do everything you need to do on fighting games. You can play from Mortal Kombat to Street Fighter 5. It works with PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3. As you can see, it's basically set up for PlayStation. They say this works with the PC. I've never tested it. I don't know how well it works with a PC. I have tested it on PlayStation 4 and can tell you that it works very well. The wired part of it is to make your input more accurate. If you know about playing Street Fighter, you know that a wireless controller can cause lag and it can cause your input to be delayed. No one wants that when you're playing online. It can cost you a lot of games. I don't know how serious you are about your gaming, or if you're a casual fighter or a hardcore fighting fan. Whatever the case may be, this control can pretty much get you through every situation. I'm not advertising this for Hori. I'm just a regular guy that likes good products, and this is an excellent product. Fighting games have an older mentality to when they make them. People usually go back to the D-pad. The analog stick never really functions well. It's either the D-pad or the joystick. This particular controller, I want to explain a few things to you on how it works because I find it really cool. The first thing you're going to notice is it's a D-pad and they have no analog sticks. You can adjust this D-pad by turning this lock button like so, and then you can turn this in a different angle. I'm sorry, it's like I can't do this with this like that. And you can angle the D-pad, which I don't really see the point of doing that because I like it straight up the way that it normally is, which is like that. But hey, it's a good option for people who can't play from the down position. I don't really care for that. I keep it like this. The oversized buttons is a big help. It's a lot bigger than regular PlayStation buttons. You'll notice you have your R1, R2 button here. This enables you to switch the L1, L2 with this switch. You could put L1, L2 where the R1, R2 is, and then you have the R1, R2 here. So you could just use your hands on the D-pad, and this hand will get all your moves out, which is pretty good for me. That's what I like. The other thing is, in the back of it, it has a sensitivity dial, which works directly with the D-pad and the diagonals in between the D-pad. It can become stiff at times when you're playing Street Fighter. This enables you to make the D-pad a lot softer, so combos come out a lot easier. Again, it's another preference thing. I prefer it on the lower, softer setting, which works better for me. These oversized buttons are just amazing. They got rid of the trigger, and you actually have buttons here that you can hit. You don't really have to use these if you swap it over to the right side. The turbo feature of this controller is amazing. I've never had a controller like this. You can activate buttons individually by holding the turbo button and tapping the button that you want, and then that button now becomes turbo. If I wanted the X button, that's turbo. If I wanted circle, that's turbo. So it's not like your typical controllers where you press the turbo and everything becomes turbo, which is pretty cool because for a fighting fan, you might want like your low punch turbo or your low kick turbo or whatever the case may be. It's just very good the amount of options that you have on this controller because the person who made this actually knew that gamers have preference, and this control was made based on preferences. It's actually perfect to play Street Fighter with. It's $30 in GameStop and about $50 online. Your typical joystick is like $250. You don't want to really spend $250 just to play a fighting game. If you have $250 to waste on a joypad to play a fighting game, more power to you. But this is gonna do exactly what a joystick might do. I prefer these. I'm not saying joysticks are horrible. Some of them are really sexy the way that they make them these days. They're amazing looking. But 225 to 300 bucks just to play a fighting game, when this can pretty much do the exact same thing, probably a little bit better if you know how to use a D-pad, if you come from the old school. I recommend this control highly to play your fighting games. It's definitely a control that you want to have in your collection, because if you played me and I had this and you use a DualShock, you will lose every single time, because my inputs will be way faster than yours, and it can become frustrating. So if you're wondering why you're getting beat a lot online and people are just destroying you, is chances are the guy you're fighting might have one of these. So the whole purpose of this video is to let you know that Hori makes a great product. By the way, the sticker is just something I put there myself. It doesn't come like that. Yeah, so I recommend you get this controller for your fighting games. It's amazing. Thank you.